The day Sarah walked out of my life is burned into my memory. She stood in the middle of our living room, suitcase in hand, her face distant and cold, as though the 10 years we'd shared meant absolutely nothing. I had poured countless nights into building a life with her, sacrificing my own dreams to support hers, mapping out a future I thought we both wanted. But with just a few cruel words, everything shattered. I've met someone else. He makes me feel alive. You don't. My throat went dry, my chest tightened, and before I could even gather a response, she was already gone. The slam of the door echoed through the house, and with it came the sound of my world collapsing. The first week without her was unbearable. Every corner of the house still carried her presence. The faint scent of her perfume on the pillow, her favorite coffee mug sitting in the kitchen, even the shoes she left by the door. But the nights were the worst. I'd lie awake staring at the ceiling, replaying every conversation from the past few months, questioning myself. Had she stopped loving me long ago? Was I blind to her pulling away? Friends tried to comfort me, insisting I deserved better. But when you've given a decade of your life to someone, it isn't easy to accept being tossed aside like you were nothing. Yet pain has a strange way of reshaping you. After drowning in self-pity for days, something inside me shifted. I realized waiting for a call or begging her to return would only destroy me further. So I turned inward. I started hitting the gym every morning, picked up my guitar again, and reconnected with old friends I had neglected because of Sarah. Slowly, I began to feel myself breathing again. The more I focused on me, the clearer it became. Sarah leaving wasn't the end of my story. It was the start of a chapter one never thought I'd write. One morning, while grabbing coffee at the local cafe, fate stepped in. I clumsily spilled my drink all over a woman's notebook. Mortified, I apologized over and over. But instead of anger, she laughed. A warm, genuine laugh that stirred something inside me I hadn't felt in weeks. Her name was Emily. We exchanged numbers, and what started as casual texts quickly grew into long phone calls and late-night talks. Emily listened without judgment. She made me feel heard in a way Sarah hadn't in years. Soon, she became a steady presence in my life. She wasn't trying to replace anyone or fix me. She just cared. She'd cook dinner with me, pull me outside for walks, and remind me of small joys I'd forgotten. Sunsets, music, laughter. Being with her didn't feel like effort. It felt natural. And as my heart slowly healed, I realized I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was living again. Exactly 30 days after Sarah left, there was a knock at my door. I wasn't expecting anyone, but when I opened it, there she was. She looked nothing like the confident woman who had walked out. Her hair was messy, her clothes wrinkled, her eyes swollen, as if she hadn't slept in days. "I made a mistake," she whispered, voice trembling. "He wasn't who I thought he was. Please let me come back." For a moment, I just stared, processing her words. The same woman who had discarded me so easily was now desperate to reclaim what she had thrown away. Before I could respond, Emily walked into the room carrying 2 mugs of coffee. She froze when she saw Sarah, but instead of tension, she calmly set the cups down and gently rested her hand on my shoulder. That small gesture said everything. Sarah's eyes darted between us, and I saw the realization wash over her. "You've already moved on," she whispered, her voice cracking. I didn't need to reply. My silence, my composure, and Emily's presence beside me said more than words ever could. Sarah tried to remind me of our years together, of the memories and the home we built. But what she couldn't see was that the moment she walked away, she burned it all to ashes. Trust, love, loyalty. It was destroyed the second she chose someone else. Her tears meant nothing compared to nights I spent crying alone, wondering why was enough. Finally, I met her eyes and spoke with a calm I never knew I had. "You abandoned me, Sarah. You chose him over me. And now I've chosen myself, and someone who truly values me." My voice was steady, firm, without anger or hesitation. Her face crumbled as she tried one last desperate plea. But deep down, she knew it was over. For the first time, I wasn't the broken man she left behind. I was stronger, wiser, free. As she stumbled down the steps and disappeared, I closed the door without a second thought. I didn't chase her. I didn't beg. I didn't regret. I turned back to Emily, who gave me a soft smile, and in that moment, I realized something profound. Life has a way of giving back what you thought was lost forever. Sarah left me for another man, believing she could return whenever she wanted. But 30 days later, when she finally did, she faced the truth. She hadn't just been replaced by another woman. She had been replaced by a stronger version of the man she had once underestimated.